Hey there, Fantasy Goats. How are you this fine, fantastic Monday? This is the NFL Week 18. The Week 18 reaction show. Yes, we are going to do our final recap.
Final.
Well, yeah, I mean, yesterday the regular season ended. And if anybody in the NFL or anybody out there that thinks that the NFL should play 19 regular season games or 18 regular season games are out of their freaking mind based on what we saw yesterday. Based on what we saw yesterday, they should reduce the games back down. But alongside the Commissioner Rhino, there he is, and alongside the War Chief, I am your shepherd. And yeah, we will get to the big ones. We're not covering everything that took place yesterday because, frankly,
no, there's not worth.
No, it's not. No.
I'd rather spend more time either A, on the goats that come in and want to speak on something, B, on something that has a lot more we could sink our teeth into. Just a friendly, quick reminder. Yes, of course, we are going to recap yesterday's action. Tomorrow, we'll have an award show. How you like that? How you like them apples? Yeah. We like awards, right? We'll have an award show or a year in review. We'll take a look back at the things that we got right, the things that we got wrong, the things that looked beautiful, the things that looked terrible, so on and so forth. Then later on in the week, we'll come back. We'll do a preview of the playoffs. Playoffs. If you're new to the channel, all you gotta do is just like this show. Please subscribe to the Fantasy Goats. We got content coming in. I mean, it doesn't stop. There is no off season. Who's here? Who do we got going on here? There he is, of course. Of course, the motherfucking Tron Goat. There he is. There's the Tron Goat, baby, and the Michael B. Goat, baby. What the Michael B. Goat. What's going on, Michael B. Goat? How are you this evening? How are you, Tron Goat, baby? I'm having fantasy football withdrawals. You know what? I know what that's like.
But you can still go on DraftKings and do DFS, or the new one that I started playing on is Prop Decks, which is pretty cool.
Which seems pretty cool, actually.
It is pretty cool, huh?
I mean, you can't judge the book by its cover. So no. Yeah.
Well, they're brand new. No buying right now. You can win money.
The idea of it is, it's definitely for the sickos out there. So yeah. Tron Goat, you could definitely do any of these recommendations that Rhino is suggesting. But I know Tron Goat's. I know what he's feeling right now. I've been there. Michael Wilson and Peter Parker, league winners. So there you go, Michael B. Go. We knew Michael Wilson was going to come through.
There we go.
We knew he was going to come in. I'm not sure what took place for you in terms of your Carolina Panthers. Let's just start right there. The Carolina Panthers.
That game was atrocious. That's the only word I can think of. Neither one of those teams seemed like they really wanted to win. Bryce Young reverted back to bad Bryce Young. Don't know what's going on with Baker. I don't know if it's all injuries or what, but it was just wasn't a very. I don't know if the rain had anything to do with it too. It was just
stopped raining.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good game.
Yeah,
I'm talking about Broncos too much. The Buccaneers won, and then the Panthers got in off a technicality. What an uneventful way to win your division.
Is there something that could be done about? Will they talk about that more? I mean, this wouldn't be the first time it's happened when you get you backdoor yourself in. But I mean, is the Panthers are not. I mean, the Panthers aren't the best team in that division.
No,
they're not playing the best out of any of the teams in that division.
No, and actually, the Falcons and the Saints are playing the best football out of that division.
But I get you. But all right, so yeah, I know we're talking. We're on a mushroom cloud right now with that.
Yeah.
Is that the expression? I think that's the expression.
It is now.
But because then there's no reward for your entire body of work of a regular season. Nevertheless, that Carolina Panthers team, we found out exactly who they are. I counted yesterday, okay, for Michael B. Goat and for anybody. I counted the NFC South running backs that played this previous weekend, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, we're talking Bucky Irving, Rashad White, Sean Tucker, even Sean Tucker, Ojic Estime, Bijan, Tyler Algier, Tyler Shook, and Baker Mayfield all had more rushing yards than Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard on Saturday. They all had more. I think Sean Tucker by 11 yards, but I figured might as well put him in there for good measure. They all had more rushing yards.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was brutal. It was brutal to watch.
So I mean, if you want to look at like the raw box score, yeah, so fine. Bryce Young had 260, 2 touchdowns, another pick. That game was terrible. I'm sorry, terrible. Ted had his 4 for 80. That nice floor that we were getting from him in the early to mid part of the season, right? So yeah, 4 for 80, big freaking deal. 4 for 80. That means you could break that up. 1 catch for 20 yards each quarter.
Mm-hmm.
That stinks. And so, I mean, look, Rhino, yeah, War Chief, how are the Rams fans feeling about their first round matchup against the Panthers? I mean, like, you have to go. If I were the Rams, I would have landed in Charlotte by now. I'd just be in Charlotte.
Absolutely. The only thing I have to say about that game is just handle business. That's all. Handle business.
I think with
don't take them lightly. Don't take them lightly this time.
No, God, no. I think Adams coming back, and more importantly, Carnell Lake coming back, or not Carnell Lake, Quentin Lake. I'll get that right. I'll just say Lake.
Just a Lake.
Lake coming back.
I like that.
That's going to help a lot, especially Lake.
Who has a better second season, Tet or Emeka Egbuka? That's a fantastic question, Bigo.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic question. I think the Carolina Panthers have more serious questions that they have to address, more serious issues in terms of what they want to do under center than what the Buccaneers have to address, because the Buccaneers have to address personnel on the defensive side of the ball. They know that they have weapons for Baker. I'm sure we're hoping that this is going to be an off season, an outlier. But then again, if we really want to do a deep dive, I mean, maybe it was the few seasons in Tampa that were the outliers for Baker, and this is Baker again. That's a different discussion. Let's answer this. Let's answer this right off the bat. If I had to take a stab at it, I'm going to go with the pedigree of Emeka Egbuka.
Now, okay, so with Egbuka though too, it kind of the way I look at it is it leans on, does Mike Evans come back?
Yeah, it's predicated on a few things for sure.
If Mike Evans comes back, I don't know if that's going to happen, because otherwise, why would they draft 2 young wide receivers are good, and plus Tez Johnson?
They were always.
But they might feel more comfortable going Godwin, McMillan, and Egbuka, because it'll save money wise, instead of spending money on another contract for Mike Evans.
They could potentially, not in the first round, but they could potentially draft another wide receiver too to replace Mike Evans.
Yeah.
So I think everyone's job still remains the same, because everyone like all those between Tez and Emeka Egbuka and McMillan, they all kind of have that same type of body type. They all kind of have that same type of role. Yeah. And Godwin, they kind of just play each other's roles, like depending on the situation on the field, but there's always that X outside with Mike Evans, right? Yep. So they get rid of Mike Evans, which could be a possibility. They could draft someone, which in my opinion kind of makes it kind of like more difficult to forecast what we get from Egbuka. Because as we saw, once everybody got healthy, Egbuka was just a guy. And that really like put me down on him. Like, he was just a guy. I'm seeing them closing games out with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Jalen McMillan on the field. I'm like, where's Egbuka at? He just not out there.
No.
I think he had one. I guess to get one target he had for like 5 yards.
Yeah, no, it was a decline for the ages.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Bucks will wind up drafting another wide receiver just out of necessity, just because you have to draft another wide receiver. But I don't see them spending up on another wide receiver.
No. I'm not saying that. I think
Yeah,
they could dip in the third round.
Yeah, well, maybe they bring in another freaking. Maybe
but I feel like
in,
they're adding another wide receiver if they don't bring Mike Evans back.
Yeah, and then let the prophecy fulfill. You know, you got Jalen McMillan first for you.
Yep.
I said him first. I always want to say him last. I said him first. We'll have Jalen McMillan. We'll have Emeka Abuka, and the prophecy will be fulfilled. And if Godwin is going to come back, he's going to come back. Eagles fans are upset. Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Might as well just jump right into that. Because that goes more to the heart of why yesterday's games were just so bad, so bad, because this guy decided to sit his players.
But he's played Devontae Smith though too.
Yeah, so he could get his 1,000 yards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just another clown, man. Like,
oh God,
this dude for the Eagles head coach, man, he just does not make good decisions.
They weren't going into that game thinking, man, Bears just gonna beat the fuck out of the Lions. We might as well just rest up. But no, you can't go. You can't go into a game like that. And if he did go into a game like that, he better not say that out loud.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can sit those guys when through 18 weeks they haven't had consecutively good offensive performances once.
There you go.
How? So there's a chance they could be cold going into the playoffs?
Right.
Good job. Good job, Nick.
I think now that Pete Carroll's gone, he has the most punchable face in the NFL. So
in 20 coming out of the Super Bowl loss in 2022. So 2023, the Eagles, if you remember, got off to a really good start. But then that second half of the 2023 season, they absolutely face planted. Still wound up getting into the playoffs, but they went to the NFC South to play the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers barbecued them.
They did.
Barbecued them, and then in 2024, last season, we know how that rebounded for them. Where they had home field advantage, but not the entire way, or they weren't supposed to have home field advantage. The Lions lost.
Yep.
So then they wound up having the conference championship back in Philadelphia. Nevertheless, you don't want to go. You don't want to go on the road. I mean, it's so boneheaded. It's amazing to me. So now the Eagles will have a home game. That's nice. The Eagles are playing
the Niners.
The Niners, who could absolutely beat them.
Yep.
And then the Eagles will go on the road. Okay, have fun with that. But I bring up the point of 2023. For more than just just painting the picture of what goes on when you have to go on the road, right? It's like this Eagles team is not built in the same capacity as they were last season to just be able to go to where they have to go, and they just beat the piss out of that team. Did they go to Detroit? No, the Commanders went to Detroit. Yeah. The Eagles were home for the Rams. The Eagles definitely had to be on the road at some point. No,
was it Green
Bay? They didn't go on the road at all. But just think, right? So
they didn't go on the road. They got lucky. No, they didn't go. So they did not go on the road, but yet they were scheduled to as a 2 seed.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. But the 2023 wild card round, they got barbecued. They got barbecued against the Tampa Bay Buccaneer team that we're talking about. I think the Niners. I want to talk more prediction-wise. We'll break down the teams playing one another according to us. Along with the I rely on PFF for this stuff. We did a fantastic job with PFF this season, by the way, and remember last year when we were breaking down the playoffs, we were like, okay, this offensive line is better than this defensive line. This quarterback is better than this guy. Their passing attack is better than their coverage. We'll continue to do that. Goats.
Yep.
Let's the Niners lost to the Seattle Seahawks on Saturday night. Now, finally, we did get a game, low scoring affair, but I'll take that any day of the week then over over 41-7 against the Titans. I'll take the 13-3. They just punched the Niners in the mouth.
They really did, and they just felt like they never could rebound. They never could get their footing
They
right.
could get no rhythm going in their offense.
Yeah.
No rhythm. They threw you. If you're gonna throw Brock Purdy off schedule, if you're gonna throw off his timing, that team was in a lot of trouble. In my mind, it didn't help that they were down their tackle. Okay, who plays a huge part in not just CMC's game, but Purdy or Mac.
And I
The
think
Seahawks-
Pearsall being out too. I know you disagree with me, but
I disagree with that
because they're even
Yes.
talking about that on the broadcast that night, that he's the one player that can open up the top,
Yeah.
opens things up for them.
Yeah, but that might have been a mistake, though. Might have been a mistake against the Seahawks in that situation for the way they were playing defense. Again, we're speculating because he wasn't out there, but is it a weapon to have out there? Sure, but I think the Seahawks.
Out of those two teams, which of those teams do you think is more fraudulent?
I don't think that the 49ers are fraudulent. I just think they are what they are. They are a good team with a terrible defense. And that's kind of really what it is. Now, on the other hand, I think the Seahawks have an amazing defense who the defense is so good that they can cover for the offensive deficiencies. Like, that's how good it is.
20 turnovers.
Yeah, I don't think they're fraudulent. I just think they both are exactly who they are. They showed to be.
Okay. And you take away Seattle's defense, then Seattle might not make the playoffs because their defense carried their team. And then if you look at the Niners, the offense carried their team because the defense wasn't as good.
The Seahawks, from my mind, from week one all the way till this past Saturday, we're always defensive first. Now, were you going to give up some points along the way? Sure. Were you going to give up some big plays along the way? Sure. But when asked, they pretty much were able to clamp down and beat the majority of their opponents, right? They won how many games? 14. They lost 3 games. That's a good team, no matter how you slice it up.
No, I'm not saying they're a bad team. I'm just saying that just if you take away their defense, just take like the Indianapolis game, they won 18-15 or some crap ass like that because of their defense.
Yeah,
you get their defense pretty much won the Panthers game in the third and fourth quarter with their takeaways and stuff.
I'll also chalk it up to the two teams know each other. So they played already. Much different outcome from week 1 to week 18. That's kind of wicked. Usually you see something a little bit closer together. I don't think that made a difference, but
Matthew Cannon might have been more not digging into his playoff playbook. You know what I mean?
I'll say this. Listen, I don't think either of them are fraudulent, but I think it's the worst time. I don't think nobody's talking about it either. This is the worst time for Sam Darnold to start playing really bad. Because that last game, they asked him to do nothing.
Nothing.
We don't want you to do anything. We don't want you to put this in jeopardy at all.
Yep.
We're going to let the defense win this game. So if it comes down to, Seattle gets figured out and it's a shootout, it'll be hard for me to pick Seattle in the middle of the game.
I think this is the time of year where you ask your defense to just don't commit a penalty, don't make a mistake. I mean, like, don't make like a real catastrophic mistake that's going to like screw us. Like play defense. Championships, defenses win championships, right? I mean, they're not going to ask Sam Darnold to do much either. For hell no. I mean, but you noticed he did come away with a couple of like 15, 20-yard passes to James. Like when you have to, because he's schemed open so damn well that, yes, okay, like we've got this damn weapon that you have to account for. We have this other guy. Those two running backs, everyone's trying to get Kenny Skywalker go on to this team, get Kenny Skywalker out of there. Oh, all right, yeah, we'll wait. Well, let's wait. We'll wait on that. But I mean, when it's all said and done, they don't play fantasy. We do. Both running backs did close to 180, if not more, yards on the ground. I mean, like they wore the Niners out completely. They got the 1 seed deservedly. I think the Rams would give them a tough time. I think if they have to play the Niners again, the Niners will give them a tough time third go around. I think the Bears have to go there. They're finished. Don't see the Packers beating them.
I don't know. I think the Packers could.
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see that.
I think they possibly could.
Well, only time will tell. But again, the Seahawks, that 13-3 against the Niners, all the air right out of the room for the Niners. Now on a plane to go across country. They could have just stayed home. Could have stayed home. What wrong?
Add one thing to that, because the stat kind of like made me go, what? Well, I think it was like 505 touches without a fumble by Charbonnet. Some ridiculous thing. I think I saw that. I was like, okay, that makes sense why he will be in there in the red zone area, because they trust the fact that he won't drop the ball.
Absolutely.
I would love it if they broke them apart. I'm not sure that they will. And even if they do, if they break them apart, they'll bring in somebody else to go along with this same exact rushing attack. They want the two-headed monsters. HN had a very good year, but will he still be good when Malik Willis goes to Miami as their starting quarterback?
Miami. McDaniel. I don't know how he freaking kept his job, but I think his team saved him on that. He made it sound like it was gonna be yours and Tua battling it out in 2026.
Excuse me. I just saw something about an hour ago suggesting that Tua is ready to not play for the Dolphins now.
Yeah, he said, "I'm ready for a fresh start."
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready for
a
fresh start, but unfortunately, there's something called a contract right now. So, like, unless Tua is ready to just like give the Dolphins back their money for his performance, which we know is not going to happen, then they have something else, a whole other issue on their hands. You could dead cap him. There is precedence for it. Sean Payton did it with Russ Wilson. They could do it with Tua. I expect them to do it with Kyler Murray. I don't care that Jonathan Gannon just lost his job.
I wonder with the GM search if that's be like one of the questions of okay, what would you do in this situation with Tua and his contract?
I'd make him a player coach. That's what I would do.
No, not you. The GM search they're having that McDaniel's involved in.
But Tua and McDaniel, so what if Aikman asks the potential GM? So what would you do with Tua Tagovailoa and his contract? And then based on that answer, I would have to say it's probably like some politically correct, like, we'll work them out. We'll see how it goes. We know there's a ton of money tied to it. When push comes to shove,
you're going to have some kind of plan in their head.
When push comes to shove, again, there is precedence for dead capping and releasing this guy. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's doable. It's possible. It's a serious mismanagement of money.
big. That's why the GM got fired.
Oh, it's possible.
That was a horrible contract. Horrible.
It's not. I'll push back only in this regard. I think it's a cautionary tale, right? Like, don't think because you see the talent like this now, that talent is going to be the same in 2-3 years from now. I think it's a cautionary tale. Like, okay, like, yes, get the ball out of his hands, quick, Mike McDaniel, quick. But it got worse and worse and worse. And not that he got the ball out of his hands, it took him longer, no, but it actually, he had to speed it up even faster because of being afraid of getting hit. So
the ball was getting out so quick. Now it's like
you can't go anywhere. There's nothing down for nothing.
The processing doesn't match. It's like, okay, I can't go quick anymore. I got to process now, and he can't process, so he just throws it someplace it's not supposed to.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think it's a cautionary tale. Okay, but let's get the hell out of Miami. Miami played the Patriots.
Jalen Carter's got Purdy running for us. He very well might.
Well, you know the way to neutralize that, Sean Goat, right? Yeah, got to get CMC going. Got to get the league winner going. Got to get CMC going. I know, again, tough assignment against the Seahawks. But even if you're going to get CMC open in the flat, you know, all those catches that he made, got to get CMC going. And then they'll be on their heels a little bit more. Let's have that Jalen Carter. Yes, he's without question, he's their best lineman, but they don't really have that good of a pass rush, do they? I don't think they do.
No, not great.
If I had to check, I don't think it's a fantastic.
The Eagles' leader, with all those names on their defense, the leader in interceptions and sacks is Jalix Hunt.
I was going to say it's not Cooper.
No,
DeJean.
Jalix Hunt is the leader in interceptions and sacks on their team.
Uh-huh. I think the Niners will wind up. I mean, again, let's save the predictions for this Friday. We're gonna get into the Niners, Eagles. We're gonna get into them Packers, Bears, the rubber match. Of course, it's a rubber match between those two. And then all the rest of the wild card weekend, baby. Wild card weekend. Rugby goat. Sutton is the MVP. Hell, hey,
I'd take Tyler Shaw over Darnold Dynasty.
Absolutely.
Shook.
If it ever comes down to who you should choose between in Dynasty, always go with the guy who has the better head coach.
And plus,
offensive minded head coach. Excuse me.
Yeah,
that would be.
Kubiak may be gone next year.
Absolutely.
So Sam Darnold might have to learn a whole new system. It might not be fitting for him.
Well, let's go. All right, let's go to the Black Monday portion of the show. Black Monday. I don't see Aaron Glenn's name on it. I don't see Aaron Glenn anywhere on Black Monday's firings.
No.
Maybe tomorrow. Who lost their job today? Jonathan Gannon.
Pete, effing Carroll. Bye, Felicia.
Pete, if they could fire Pete Carroll after one season, why couldn't they fire Aaron Glenn? Hall of Fame head coach, Super Bowl winning head coach, Uncle Pete Carroll. But yet you feel some sort of dedication or responsibility to freaking Aaron Glenn to give him a shot. Okay, give him a shot. He's not a head coach. Rip the Band-Aid off right now, Frosty Goat. Frosty, baby.
He have a quarterback. He needs a quarterback. Let's see what happens with him. We'll draft a quarterback. We'll draft Dante Moore. See what Dante Moore can do for him.
I have no faith that they will be able to flip or use any of those draft picks, any of that capital to turn this around. No faith. Who else lost that job? Not named Aaron
John
Glenn,
Cannon
Pete
did.
Carroll,
Kevin Stefanski.
Kevin Stefanski.
Kevin Stefanski. Let's talk a little bit about that one.
Yeah, a guy who two coach of the years.
Yeah.
Constantly had the Cleveland Browns treading water, which is crazy to even think. But got fired, and he'll be picked up pretty quick by somebody else.
I was surprised that they kept the GM.
He actually has been cooking. Aside from the Deshaun Watson
no.
contract,
He had a fantastic
contract. He's done a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, he had a fantastic draft last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is this you don't find Stefanski maybe bordering along the lines of maybe a little overrated? Like what is coach, he's won coach of the year twice. I mean, like what the hell was going on there?
When has he ever had a stable quarterback situation? And I'm not taking anything away from it. It's partially his fault too. Like you can't have all those Deshaun. Aside from what happened on the field with Deshaun Watson, right? Deshaun Watson went from being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. No, I know he sat out that season, but he really went from like one of the best to absolutely one of the worst.
Yeah.
Like he didn't even play average. He went from one of the worst, and that has to be on Kevin Stefanski. But I still think he's a pretty good coach.
I think so too. He'll get hired on by somebody.
He's already, from what I gather, I mean, he's already like at the top of the list, though. Like he shouldn't have let me put it this way: like he should get hired in this cycle, is what they're saying. Like he doesn't need to like take a season off or a year off. Stefanski, yeah, that was
he feels like the Titans' new head coach to me.
Oh,
he feels like that. Like he fits there.
What about Arizona?
Nah. Too much pressure. No, I'm serious. Like too much pressure to succeed.
Well, and plus
going against LA, Seattle. Like whoever takes the Arizona job, like good luck. Like you're fighting an uphill battle with 60-pound boulders on your back. I don't think no one really wants the Arizona job. No quarterback stability. Their draft pick isn't the highest. Like they're in for another bad year.
Yeah.
It's quarterback instability that is the kicker.
Would you take Stefanski in New York?
No, I can see him in New York.
Giants.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean,
I've seen rumors of Mike McCarthy.
That's my pick.
Yeah.
Or if for some reason John Harbaugh or Mike Tomlin do become available, we're gonna have to wait on Tomlin, obviously, based on yesterday's game. But
Harbaugh's not gonna be available.
For something lunacy happens in Baltimore where he becomes available, that would be my first pick, John Harbaugh. But
the Harbaugh just signed a 3-year extension, so I doubt they get rid of Harbaugh.
Before we came on?
No, last year.
Oh.
Man, that dude didn't get fired years ago.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't expect. I wouldn't, even with the extension, I wouldn't expect them to part ways.
I'm gonna ask you guys a question about the game last night.
Chargers.
12 seconds left. They had 2 timeouts left, right? Why wouldn't they try to get try another pass play or run play to get like 5 yards?
Was it 2 timeouts or 1? But I know which play you're talking about, the final play.
Yeah, they went for a field goal. 12 seconds left. Even.
Yeah, no. Yeah. You could have absolutely played it that way. You could have taken the shot. You could have ran one other play. Absolutely. I think I'm not sure if we have an explanation. I'm sure they asked that question, and if it were me, the only thing that you could possibly say to that is like, yeah, just so there are no turnovers this way.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I could think of, but still.
And in the heat of the moment, things start to creep up on your mind. Like there's 12 seconds left, and you go, okay, we can run it again. But Derek do be fumbling. Like Derek has fumbled like quite a bit. Like I don't know if I want to do that. Like those are the things that start to enter your brain. When Sitz really starts to get going, like you don't want to risk it.
No. And let's not forget also, like, what's Harbaugh's background? He's like, okay, yeah, we'll set up for the chip shot field goal. Oh yeah, no problem. This was a special teams bonanza. I loved it. Boswell, the veteran Boswell, missed a PAT. I was like, yep. I could see all the people crashing. Yep. He missed a PAT. Keaton Mitchell, the hero. Keaton Mitchell was a hero that game. Got them to the 40-yard line. Talk about heroes. Isaiah Likely with the catch of his career, and then you had them. You had them on the ropes, and you went for.
If Hopkins would run downfield too when Lamar rolled out, it was time to go down. He kind of stood there.
They went for like the traditional play of setting up for the field goal.
I truly believe Lamar didn't want to put it in Tyler Luke's hands. He wanted to score a touchdown. He did not want to put it in Tyler Luke's hands. No. That's why he didn't play conservative in that little window he had, because he knew that this could potentially happen. He was saying in a post-game interview how he was getting on him about one of the special teams plays. Like I think after halftime, he kicked the ball out of bounds or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it was, but it was a crucial part of the game where they gave the Steelers a short field, and Lamar said he knew then that the game could potentially go down to Tyler Luke. And the way that he acted that last drive, he was trying to score and not put it in his hands.
Yeah.
To that credit, to that point, Lamar was Lamar yesterday.
Well,
Lamar
not the whole game though.
Look,
maybe
again,
the third or fourth quarter he was Lamar, but the first half he has 67 yards passing. 67 yards passing. And 20 or 30 yards was the touchdown to Quintez Walker. It wasn't until the third quarter. Maybe the fourth.
Right.
No. It up. And that's the most ridiculous thing. They don't let Lamar be Lamar. Let Lamar he's a 2-time damn MVP. Let him be Lamar. Let him get the ball to the players. Yeah. Ridiculous.
I know you want to see 80 points in a game. I know you do, Rhino. You want to see like 85 to 75 Rams.
No, I don't. I like defensive games, but
then let's give the Steelers some credit a little bit.
I'll give them credit, but
a little bit.
But if you're freaking having your 2-time MVP run around training wheels for half the game, that does nobody any damn good. 67 yards passing the first half. That's freaking ridiculous, man.
First half.
What
was Derrick Henry's numbers?
He had like over 100 yards.
That's how I solved that problem. when Lamar was asked to win this mother-loving game, Lamar and Zay Bushes showed up to the party twice, and we'll spend a little bit more time. We may have found Lamar's second wide receiver, or maybe God willing, maybe a wide receiver one there in Devontae or Devon Walker, whatever his last name.
And he was
Devontae. Is it Devontae? Devontae Walker.
I loved him come out of college, came out of North Carolina, but his problem so far has been dropped balls.
He didn't drop that touchdown.
No, he did not.
I would love to see.
Let me talk to Frosty.
I would love to see Lamar Jackson with a household name wide receiver that's in his prime. Yeah. Just once. Give me DeAndre Hopkins in his prime. Give me Odell in his prime. Give me a wide receiver.
So you don't want them to sign Mike Evans to a contract?
I don't.
There was an incomplete pass intended for DeAndre Hopkins, and I'm pretty sure this is so not like this is on DeAndre, but like you could just see like that was probably his last play he'll play.
Yeah, because Lamar kept on telling him, run downfield. And he's like, what? Huh?
Yep. Me, the borderline Hall of Famer. Yeah, so yeah, I get yeah. We said it the other night, didn't we? Like, just give this guy some weapons. Give him some more weapons. They don't have Derrick Henry for very much longer.
No.
There's my Frosty. There's the Frosty. My Frosty.
I think the Chargers can upset the Pats.
I do too.
Yeah.
I'd rather let's leave it for Friday. This alliteration of the Pats are not the battle tested Pats, although Mike Vrabel is very battle tested. The personnel on the field and Stephon Diggs doesn't really move that needle either.
No.
Trevion Henderson has battle tested collegiately, is not battle tested NFL yet.
No.
Yet. Michael Pete, the Jaguars are going to be hard to beat. The Jaguars happen to have drawn the wrong team in this playoffs.
Yes, they have.
Yes.
But it's going to be a great game, Michael B. Goat. I think if the Ravens would have gotten in, they would have likely have won the AFC. I think if the Ravens would have gotten in, they likely. If the Ravens would have won last night, no one would want to play that team either. That's right. Almost like the Bills, only the Ravens get to go home. Yes.
Against Houston.
I wouldn't be shocked by anything in this playoffs. Like either side, I wouldn't be shocked by anything.
Right. So the Texans would be going to Baltimore where they lost last season. Rather, now they're going to Pittsburgh where they should absolutely dog walk them. Why is Todd Bowles still coaching in Tampa? Frosty, you want to get rid of Todd Bowles, huh?
Yeah, because they're just like the Saints, man. Like they are a family-run organization down there. They love each other. They want to stay forever. They don't want to get rid of nobody.
Man, it's so nice. It's so nice down there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Tampa. That's where retirees are. They go play golf together.
The Big Easy, Florida. Yeah, absolutely. Atlanta. Only in Atlanta, where you have the largest, biggest city of the South. So yet they are a city of commerce, and that city blew up so big, like in the late 90s, that they put an Olympics there, and only this man, Arthur Blank, will hire one firm to handle the head coaching search, and then he'll hire another firm to handle the general manager and front office.
You saw the rumors that who they want to be. They're talking about being president of football operations is Matt Ryan.
I don't like it.
Advisory role in some capacity, like a Rick Spielman to the owner.
I saw president of operations.
President of operations as an advisory. Okay, then fine. You know what? Be president of operations. Then this whole entire thing will rest on you.
I don't like former players evaluating talent, because especially I don't like great former players being evaluated. I don't like them evaluating talent, because I think they look at players and go, well, why doesn't he just do that? Because they think back to when they were great. Well, I just did this. Why can't he do that? Well, because he's not athletically gifted like you. He's not the greatest quarterback of all time, or the greatest quarterback in Atlanta Falcons history, or Michael Jordan. Like, I had the issue with Michael Jordan. He drafted Kwame Brown, was like, just do this. He's Kwame Brown. He's not Michael Jordan. He can't do that.
Kwame Brown. Oh, God.
But you're also looking at the John Elways and the John Lynches of the world as well. I mean, I think it takes a certain. I think it takes a certain. To
that point, how well did John Elway pick quarterbacks?
Oh my God,
terribly, because he was like, he would look at a quarterback and go, "Just do this. I did it, so you should be able to do it too." Paxton Lynch.
Meyer. Yeah.
So
Timmy got them a playoff win, didn't he?
Yeah, Tim got them a playoff win, yeah.
But yes, I get it. Yeah, well, I mean,
I think it's unfair.
At the same time, War Chief, you got that guy, Rich McKay, who comes from another organization, made his bones with another organization and their success, and is basically have done squat since Matt Ryan's days and Julio Jones's days. And so, I mean, like, I don't know if it means blank firing Rich McKay, because like that's more of like also like football operations, business operations. The actual GM role there it's kind of moot as far as I'm concerned. I think the dudes calling the shots are like who you have to answer to Arthur Blank, and that would be a president of football operations. So whatever they decide to do, if it's going to be Matt Ryan, we'll be seeing Bijan Robinson traded out of there even sooner than I think. Sooner than the 2027 season. Clint Kubiak in Atlanta. You know what?
If I'm Clint Kubiak, that'd be the one spot that I'd feel really good about going to.
The money spot.
You know what, Frosty? I mean, the team has weapons. That's the thing.
Exactly.
But is that due to head coach? Some guys are just offensive coaches, defensive coaches. I don't know if Bobby Saleh is going to be a good head coach somewhere else. I don't know about that. He's a great defensive coordinator. I know that. Clint Kubiak's a great offensive coordinator right now. I don't know.
See, that's my theory right there. What you just said about coordinator stuff. I know that David Shula and LaFleur are two hot names out there, but I don't know if either one of them would be a good head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave Canales, perfect example. Dave Canales has no winning record with this Carolina Panthers team in 2 seasons, yet the Carolina Panthers are in the playoffs. I mean, is Dave Canales really a good head coach, or is he a great offensive coach or a great quarterbacks coach? Liam Cohen. Now, okay, I think we'd be their 8-game win streak and this turnaround. He's got a lot to do with it, but let's not be prisoners of the moment either, right? Let's not anoint Liam Cohen as like the next offensive Bill Walsh or something like that. I'm aging myself, Frosty. I don't want to age myself.
What I can give him credit for,
I don't want to get Rhino's age.
Is when you listen to certain guys do press conferences, you can tell that they command respect in a room.
Yeah.
And I think Liam Cohen does that. So I think that kind of tells me like, oh, like he's probably a pretty decent like head coach material. Mm-hmm. But when Canales is up there, you're like, nah.
Yeah,
he just seems like he's just like a soft spoken, just we're going to do this and we're going to do it together, and like it just doesn't feel the same when like McVay or Shanahan or Liam Cohen up there. It just feels like two different things.
Let me put it this way: I could see why it took the Jaguars a little bit longer than we had thought that like they would just be jumping on like the next best head coach. Why it took them a while to pull the trigger on Liam Cohen, because like they wowed him. They're like, you know what? We don't want anybody else. They didn't interview him right away, if I remember correctly.
If you remember, he turned down the job, and then when they fired the GM, he's like, "Oh, okay, I'll do it now."
Oh you're right.
He didn't want to work for that GM.
Yeah, he didn't want to work with Trent Baalke. You're right.
Yep.
Wow.
That was last year.
Yeah, they fired Trent Baalke.
Okay, right. They had to wait. Right. It took a while for them to fire the general manager. Yeah. Then they brought in Gladstone.
Yeah, the Rams guy.
That's what. Of course, it's a Rams guy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's what smart organizations do. They pluck off of other good organizations. That's right. What did we do? What are we doing right now? We're not doing a damn thing. Is what we're going to keep Aaron Glenn and his staff intact, rather than building an entire personnel department devoted to like the SEC. Draft right. Damn, Frosty's got me excited. The Tron Goat, the Titans GM Matt Nagy. That would be that's par for the course for the Titans. That's why the Titans will always be in the situation that they're in, if that's the case.
They have Mike Bergonzi. He was part of the whole KC tree, so that's where that's coming from. I hope that's not the case. I really don't.
No, in Tennessee, I mean, that's a whole different set of problems. It really is, and we're going to address those separately. But yeah, they do need to. They need to get the right coach in there and GM in there. I don't know if it's Matt Nagy. I really don't. I don't think it'll make a difference. And Matt Nagy's claim to fame is what? Jay Cutler? No, before that.
No, he wasn't with Jay Cutler. He was with Mr. Trubisky.
Oh. Yeah. Rumors, Matt Nagy. Why didn't Henry run down a few more yards? They were trying to get him the ball on a few other occasions in the second half, and the Steelers were shutting it down. They were selling out to stop the run. They didn't think that Zay Flowers was going to beat them over the top more than once. They were getting big plays over the top because everyone was committed to coming down to stop Derrick Henry. That's why. This is tell you, look, that was the ultimate chess match. It was the best game of Week 18 by far.
For sure.
There's so many damn awful games. I can't get it out of me.
Were you, JX, were you nervous at all with the Rams Arizona game in the third quarter?
No.
You weren't. I was yelling. I was getting
why? No. So
because the Rams didn't do shit. They didn't do shit in the third quarter.
Why did they come out lackadaisical? Why did they come out and let the Cardinals put up points like that? I was nervous for you. How about that? I was nervous. I was nervous for my pick 'em.
I was like, holy crap! Here we go again.
How about my Rams -7.5? I was nervous for that.
Oh damn. Okay.
Sometimes I feel like they just be trying stuff. So that's why I wasn't really concerned by it. Like they were trying different things on the defensive side, and it's like they were using Michael Wilson as a guinea pig, and of course he was roasting them all night.
Yeah.
But it was like 4 or 5 different people on Michael Wilson. He was toasting everybody. So eventually I was like, okay, we can stop messing around now. And they kept Forbes on him, and Forbes had him contained. He didn't burn them. And eventually, the Cardinals did Cardinal things. The Rams got hot, and the game was over before you know it. But I wasn't really concerned.
Kyron had a good game on the ground, right? And no, that's not what drew my attention. Oh, they got him involved in the passing game. I liked that. He caught a couple of at least 2-3 balls for like 30-40 yards.
Not too many drop passes.
He's been getting involved in the passing game.
They need that.
Or caught the ball.
They need that. I think the Rams are going to be. I think they're going to be okay. They should absolutely dog walk the Panthers. They should rename the Panthers the Carolina Rams after this weekend. There should be a barbecue joint named after the Rams after this week. What up, Dixon baby? There he is, the Dixon baby. Next redraft gonna be one time where there won't be a consensus.
I like this question.
Which one? Where?
When you're reading.
Frosty's question.
Yeah, is next redraft going to be the one time where there won't be a consensus 101?
Yeah,
I think so. I think this is the one clear time where we go, yep, it's Jamar Chase. There's no questions asked. No, I don't think. I think it could be dependent on whoever gets the 101, because it could be Puka, it could be JSN, it could be Jamar Chase, it could be Bijan, it could be
Gibbs.
CMC, it could be Gibbs. Like, it just depends on who gets that 101 in your league.
Somebody's gonna take CMC 1-on-1 after 400 touches, and they might.
I guarantee you, someone will.
Yeah, you're right.
I guarantee you, someone will.
And then they'll be
they'll be
trying to unload him. They'll be trying to unload him within the freaking first 3 weeks of the freaking season.
What if he just What if he shocks us? What if he defies physiology? What if it's back to back CMCs?
I just don't want the CMC 101 guy to go.
Yeah.
Like what you thought that this couldn't happen. Like
I know exactly.
I don't believe. I don't believe curses don't exist. I don't believe in curses.
Would you take James Cook at 101 too?
Yeah, that could be another 101 guy.
No, because there'll be several reasons why James Cook won't be the 101, and then we'll be like, oh, James Cook, they brought in this guy, or Ray Davis is getting more work, or like James Cook, yes, he's due for regression. There'll be 100. Now the 1.01s, in my mind, the majority of them would be will be either Bijan, Chase,
I would consider Puka and JSN.
Puka and JSN would be considerations as well. Yeah, I mean, again, based on what your flavor is, Puka is worth or worthy of the pick. He is, but like, then who goes fourth? I mean, it's all the same. How about that? It's almost all the same between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, like, I'm not sure you're going to be going wrong. It starts to go wrong when we figure out what the teardrop is. And right now, off the top of my head, the teardrop would probably would stop after CMC. I don't know if I would put Jahmyr Gibbs in that tier 1. I don't know. I'm bothered by this season with him. I'm bothered by all of it.
I'd put him in there before I put CMC, but that's another conversation.
No, you bring up a good point though. Until Detroit finds someone that they can trust to call offensive plays, I'm kind of out on Jahmyr Gibbs too. Like Dan Campbell should not be calling offensive plays. He shouldn't.
That nonsense that we heard in the offseason last year.
Yeah.
Monty knows what his role is going to be. It's just, he's a trooper. It's going to be reduced, but blah, 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 blah. Like the Monty's role was going to be reduced. Well, I mean, I think it was reduced, but not because of like your successes.
No.
It wasn't because of that. Because Jahmyr Gibbs had a down year. Jahmyr Gibbs, for all again, just in a vacuum right now, it was a down year. I'm not sure about the touchdowns.
It was just the last like 3 or 4 weeks of the season that he just went. And
he was, and the crazy part, he was still RB4.
Yes.
He was still RB4, but he absolutely.
But just like you're saying, Rydell just hit it on the head. In the last 3-4 games, those are the most important ones.
Yeah, like I said, he was. I feel like I jinxed everybody I made a video on. I swear, every video I made,
the winner,
they either got hurt or they just went down the drain. Jahmyr Gibbs, the best closer. He had one good game after that.
Yeah. See, look, here's the Fossey's making a perfect point. Like, okay, Puka could very well go up as the 101, but I mean, what if the Rams win the Super Bowl? What if the Rams win the Super Bowl? Is Stafford going to play again?
Even if the Rams win, their Stafford, I think Stafford and Tate are coming back because they're not going to draft a rookie quarterback and have him start right away. The only thing that I would say about that thinking though too is they might feel comfortable saying, "Okay, Jimmy G, you be the bridge quarterback. Just don't do something stupid."
I will gladly take Puka at the discount, but not at the 101.
You would take him at the discount if Stafford's not tied to him. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So in other words, what we should want as fantasy fans here, we would want the Rams to exit this playoffs early, not going to crazy one. Make Stafford hungry to come back with Devontae. Devontae Adams is going to come back. It's age 38.
Yeah,
but said that he's not
that old, by the way.
He's not going to play again either because
he's not 38 either, by the way.
No, he's like 30, 33.
30. I think he's 34 right now. Like he's 34, which is kind of ridiculous. But for football years, Puka will go Stafford in and Tay is gone, and could the JSN go number one? And what about the Michael B. Gold wants to know about Pickens and Dow?
With JSN though too.
Pickens not going nowhere.
He'll get tagged if anything.
Yeah, he'll get tagged.
If Clint Kubiak is gone as the new OC, are we still trusting JSN number one?
Yes. Well, it all depends, and that's why the offseason is the offseason. Because I do think the reason why JSN is so good is because he's the only thing they got for fantasy. He's so good for fantasy because he's the only thing they got.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be super important to see what happens with the Seahawks this last month, maybe a little bit longer, and to see what happens with their offseason. Darnold is still back, so that's good news. And if the Seahawks are going to look to, sign more players, and more players are going to want to come in because even winning a Super Bowl, it's never given that you return to the Super Bowl. So I think JSN is going to go no matter what. I don't know if I would take JSN 1.01 Dixon Goat. I don't know if I would, but I don't see him.
How do you feel about Hendo next year?
What did JSN finish with?
Huh?
How did JSN finish?
Like yards and touchdown wise?
Yards he led or was second in yards, right?
No, he barely beat Puka by I think less than 20 yards or something like that.
I don't think he did.
Yeah. Puka took everything else except for the yards.
Teams.
Yep, you're right. By 80 yards roughly.
Yeah.
How many catches was that? 120?
55, something like
155 catches? No, seriously. He had 155 catches?
No, he had 120.
120.
Yeah, because Puka had 129.
Jeez, man, JSN is so good.
And he had around 1,700 yards, 120 balls caught, and how many touchdowns?
About
11?
10.
10?
Well, I think Puka took that too because he had touchdown yesterday.
Yeah, no, Dixon Goad, early part of the prime, you could make a good argument for it. You really could. You know what my benchmarks are, right? My benchmarks, right, for most recent time would be Jamar Chase numbers. So yeah, could JSN conceivably get more touchdowns? Can he conceivably do a few more 100 yards? Can he get more catches? Probably not more catches. 120 catches is I mean that's high. That's good. That's really good. JSN's probably got a little bit more left in the ceiling tank, but he's going to be a first rounder. So I mean,
it's going to be the third if Kubiak goes, which I think he'll probably go. It'll be the third offensive coordinator that he's had in 3 years too.
Would a 110 1,500 receiving season be a disappointment?
No.
With JSN?
No.
1,500 is fine. What I don't want is 1,000. Just book 1,000. It's not the best. That shouldn't be the benchmark anymore. Who just broke 1,000 yesterday? It was like a big party.
Devontae Smith, right?
No, someone else. There was like a big thing. I didn't know about that. I didn't know that for Devontae. That goes to show you right there, Ryan, a microcosm right there. What kind of upside down 90-degree, not 180, but 90-degree screwball of a season this was. Look how many Devontae Smith wasn't at 1,000 yards in week 18. There was someone else that broke 1,000 yards. Yeah.
Oh, Michael Wilson. He got his first 1,000-yard season.
But there's reason to celebrate that.
Yeah, that was actually impressive.
There's reason to celebrate
that was
that
impressive.
One. Michael Wilson, no, only for the fact that, for the last 5 years, he's been a wide receiver too, and he's never had that opportunity. So he made the most of it. Congratulations. I'm happy for him.
Oh, Justin Jefferson, 1,000 yards.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it, yeah.
I cannot believe it. Like you should. He broke 1,000 yards. This dude was He was moonwalking 1,500 yards a season.
He was.
Yes,
he was moonwalking. You are not lying.
And now, he broke 1,000 with Max Prosmer. And we're supposed to all applaud that? 1,000 yards for Justin Jefferson? That's donkey.
I think he has the most yards in his first 3 years. Receiving yards. Puka's just underneath him.
I saw an interesting question today, and then we'll wrap up with that. We'll wrap up with this. Was it a question? No. It was someone that was with our GOAT. A conversation with our GOAT, Mr. New GOAT. You know, the Vikings GOAT.
Yeah.
And so the first person, I forget the handle. Is it me, or did it take Kirk Cousins some time to get it going, or something like that? Like implying
Right.
Shouldn't we be patient with McCarthy? And I wrote back, I'm like, you know what? When Kirk Cousins first became the starter, like, when he got the full-time gig in Washington, then yes, then he hit the ground, and yes, he was pretty solid. When he got to the Vikings, even before KOC was a head coach, he was pretty solid. So yes, in theory, of course, you should be giving McCarthy a little bit more grace, but it don't work like that. It doesn't. No. The NFL is instant gratification. There's way too much outside noise that demands results right away, and there's way too much money tied to it, and
especially when you drafted him where you drafted him.
That's why Bryce Young and Dave Canales and Tepper and the linebacker GM Dan Morgan, who is about as, you know what, I'm not gonna say it. They've got a lot to figure out, because like Bryce Young is not their franchise quarterback. He's not. You want to bridge him to someone else? Fine. He'll be a good bridge quarterback. Maybe if you pair him up with somebody else down the road after, maybe maturing a little bit, maybe mature. And when I say mature, I'm sure he's a mature human. When I'm football mature, maybe, because we've seen examples of it, right? We've seen Baker Mayfield. We've seen some of these guys like mature late. Sam Darnold. I don't know about that one, to be honest. I don't know about that. They have themselves a whole series of issues as well, and we'll leave it at that. Maybe we'll get into the Colts and Carly on Friday. Daniel Jones. What are they going to do?
Another guy who is a coordinator who's not a head coach.
Shane Steichen.
Yep.
Shane Steichen. That's right. 2023. Or maybe he left in 2022 after their Super Bowl, right? I think he left that.
Yeah, because him and
Gannon.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So what has Shane Steichen done lately? Not much. Not much. Do you know, War Chief? I think that she's going to try to get Anthony Richardson back on the field. I think that's my bold call.
I mean, aside from me being a fan of his game, what other choice do they have?
I don't think they have. They don't have another card. They don't have a card to play right now, because their card is Sauce Gardner. That's their card.
Yeah.
They don't have a card to play. They
put themselves in a situation.
And truth be told, and their bridge guy is missing a heel right now. That's repairing. So what are you going to do? You want to alienate him and alienate all that money? I mean, they don't give a shit about alienating people, but I mean, it's also alienating their money that they tied up into him. So yeah, I think that's the bold call. They're going to try to rehab him all behind the scenes.
They don't have a choice.
No cameras, no nothing. Like send him to another country with a bunch of staff members and just figure it out. All right, Goats. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the Goats, man. There's no off season here. There's no off season for the Goats. No. I want to see K9 on a different team. Be careful what you wish for, Frosty Goat. I don't like Kenny Walker on the Seahawks, but I mean, Kenny Walker may not be that guy. I don't think Kenny Walker broke 1,000 yards. That's why we have this benchmark of 1,000. For mortals, it's hard to break 1,000 yards. I'm taking Bijan at the 101. That's what I'm talking about. Frosty, baby. This is my Frosty. Friday, we'll break down the wild card weekend, right, Rhino?
Yep. Look forward to that.
That's what we're doing. That's what we're going to do, Goats. The offseason is very important. It's very important. This is how we get better.
Yep.
This is how we get better. This is how we win more. All right. Well, I'm your shepherd.
I'm your Rhino.
And that is
I'm not your JX.
That's not JX. That is the war chief. Oh, we'll be back tomorrow.
Yep.
More fantasy talk tomorrow.
Congrats to Alec Pierce hitting 1,000 yards too.
Yes. That boy's gonna get the bag.
That dude, I want to see that dude.
Fucking inflation.
I kind of want to see that dude in Kansas City. I kind of want to see that dude in LA. I kind of want to see him in explosive offense. I think he could be ridiculously good.
Kansas City. Wow, what a bold call.
This is crazy to say. He's a top 5 deep threat in the NFL.
That would be the perfect wide receiver where you could actually penny pinch and not pay him a king's ransom, and he'll take a cut, so to speak, to go to Kansas City without question.
No.
Without question. Oh, Pat Mahomes, 23, 25 million a year. Damn, it's a raise from what I'm making now. Yeah, I'll go there, sure. Love that call. Tomorrow we got awards. Tomorrow we'll see you at 8 o'clock, Goats. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and that's it. Good night.
Eat difference, make difference. Stay blessed, everybody.